Yes, so what is this? So this I'm doing something that I probably shouldn't be doing, trying to talk over this video playing. This is the arrival of party leader Andrew Owens in Northeast St. Anne by-election. I don't know if it's before or after the victory of Matthew Simuda in the by-election. So this welcome to my first YouTube channel on politics in Jamaica. This is again the raw truth, and please I'm begging you to like, share, and subscribe. So let me get into it. Let me pause Aptar speech. Now the first video I like to talk on the topic of former Prime Minister PJ Patterson and his speech about coming out of the pavilion and getting back on the campaign field to campaign for his present opposition leader of his People's National Party, Mark Golding. Now, Patterson, I didn't listen to the content or read the content of his utterance. I actually go straight to the comment section and I can tell you that Jamaicans want to have none of it. And I'm calling an NAT program, Jamaica Politics Uncovered. And I'm wondering, the comment was, within a short time, it basically went viral. Within a short time, a 24-hour period, there were over 600 comments. And I'm very overwhelmed amount, probably about 95 was of no support of Patterson during his stewardship as Prime Minister of Jamaica. And I'm wondering if it was because, if it's a different in contrast in the onless government, or compared to the time when Patterson was Prime Minister, or it's just what you call it, a touch or a feel of what it was like under the Patterson administration. Well, for me, I was a young guy, in politics, and one thing I did remember, I grew up really poor. One thing I do remember was Omar Davis' budget. Omar Davis, Mr. Run With It. His budget was crazy. I remember people literally, you're scared of duppy stories, you're scared of rolling calf, and you were actually scared of budget time when it's time for Omar Davis to read the budget. But let me go through some of the comments after Patterson, from Patterson's speech. I have a couple pages here. I don't think I'm going to go through all the pages, but you could see me just go through by the most like, and you could see those are the comments that stand out. Like Nadia Dakari, what is wrong with the criminal? You sell out Jamaica. Can't you see that you are going through long suffering because of the wickedness you have done to the poor people of Jamaica? Nif it too. I'm only calling him because some people write some crazy. I just gotta go straight to the comments. Him late as the people say, his memory gone. Golding offered nothing to Jamaica to vote for him under PNP. PJ know I said time come for what? Him don't offer nothing neither, but criticizing the oldest administration. Remember him that IMF said, it was more comment and I didn't print out the rest. So I don't want to waste time. Mr. Finsack, we don't need to hear anything from you. Looking Starking, go back to your bed. Have mercy, Percy. You have memory loss. Yeah, that was one of the standout JP election campaign. I remember when there's somebody crying. And I said, have mercy, Percy. Have mercy, Percy. But on a serious note though, the PNP under the Patterson administration, and I think it involved the Porter Simpson time as Prime Minister of Jamaica, has literally racked up over 40 plus scandals. And that become the culture of the day during during the reign of that PNP administration, the Manley Patterson led PNP administration. And, there were so many scandals. The thing that bothers me, and, because we talk about the KSMC, the Kingston and St. Andrew Municipal Corporation Council, that is now led. And I would say they barely take a hand of the Bible. They were just sworn in, barely put down the Bible, and already there's corruption going on there. And you wonder why, you kind of wonder why PNP gets fairly well in those parochial by-election. And that's the reason why. Whatever council they control, and a lot of PNP councils are present under investigation now. Whatever council they control, they take the money from those local government body that they have control over, and that's where they put the money, giving cash to people and giving money to campaign in those constituencies. And I would say this, not to indicate that there's corruption in the JP, and I'm saying there's no corruption in the JP. I'm sorry to be rumbling on, but with the Lawrence Road saga in Central Kingston, which leaked into the Kingston and St. Andrew Municipal Corporation, because these are information that was leaked from the same Lawrence Road. And with the Patterson utterance about coming back to campaign for Mark Golding, I'm saying this, that I think this was a dooms situation for the present People National Party. If there's any hope of them winning the election, I think that hope has gone. And what the point I'm trying to make is that when the Andrew Owens administration is returned to power, which I think will be sometime, I thought it would have been the end of this year, but it seems as if we're looking at a May, June election day situation. I'm asking the Prime Minister, and the Prime Minister have a great opportunity now. It's a clean slate. And the reason why I say he has a great opportunity now, because there are a lot of aging politicians who have served the Jamaica Labour Party well and who have served the country well. You understand? Even some that we know are already not going back, will be going back for re-election, and some we know that will definitely resign after this election is over. So this opportunity, so not only that you're gonna be able to start with new guys in the new parliament, you also want to make sure that whoever has been there that has decided to stay and not resign after the election, that you ask them to tender their resignation if you know that they have any hint of any wrongdoing or misuse of public fund. Please ask them to step down. Because what people don't understand in Jamaica is that politics is governing and winning election. And in the constitutional system that we have, monarchy, I guess, because we still have a governor general, system that we have is that you vote for MP, and when the dust is settled, the MP write to the governor general to let them know who the majority of them support to be prime minister, and that's how we get our prime minister. So somebody could be, not the greatest minister of government in cabinet, not the greatest person probably caught up in even scandal, like the Philip Powell in East Kingston and Port Royal, as this term Mr. Scandal or Mr. Iwell. But they are able to retain their seat because the people do not vote for the cabinet position that they held or whatever negative situation they get caught themselves in. The people vote for them as an MP. So I know the Prime Minister cannot force into resignation, but usually if the Prime Minister asks you to resign because you feel you no longer should be a representative of People Act, usually the representative oblige and do resign. So what we're asking the Prime Minister, anyone you feel that is in situation that you think is beneath the standard, or that you think is in any sort of corruption, ask them to leave. Ask them to leave. Let them put in their resignation and call a by-election for that seat. At this moment, there's no more time for any misuse of public fund for personal or political gain. Because at this moment, the Labour Party under Andrew owners have already taken care of Jamaica. They have already taken care of the labourers. And now it's time for this parliament coming up after this election is to take care of the people. So we actually could have a party. You know, you take care of Jamaica, take care of the labourers, and take care of the people, and continue to build on what we have, because we still have a long way to go. And I hope that I do not want to repeat myself, but I hope the Prime Minister take my foolish advice. When the election is called and it's over and the dust is settled and he return to power. And I'm not saying that to be optimistic. I'm just looking at the situation, and I think he will return to power for the third term, and he should really ask these people to tender their resignation of anything. They say there's public knowledge that Portia Simpson Miller was knowledgeable of certain characters within the PNP, and that's why she keep them away from the public fund. Her and the then Finance Minister, Peter Phillips. And I want to give them a round of applause for that, because from my research, from what I've heard, they have kept certain, not certain individuals, that also, but they have put a lid on the government coffer so that we don't have no wild run with it spending, and certain people wasn't able to access government money, and that is why they started a smear campaign against the good lady, and also the man who replaced her, Dr. Peter Phillips. And they burned down the PNP, we were attacking the risers, and that's whatever happened. We saw it in the last election where it was a landslide victory for the ownless-led JLP. So that is what we're asking for. Because you look at, I have the paperwork here. This is the farm work scandal. I'm going back to the scandals. And the reason I'm going back to it, and like with the KSA Municipal Corporation, with Mayor Andrew Swabe, is that Jamaica have the capability to take care of its own. Anytime we get this misuse of funds, Jamaica literally will be and truly will be the paradise that it is. So for those of you who are 18 years of age, and probably when Patrice last left office in 2007, so that's almost 20 years ago. So 18 to what? At least 38. I'm not doing the math in my head right now. But for those of you who are younger voters to Jamaica, you understand? What happened with the Central Kingston with the Hush money? And what happened with the KSAMC? It seems as if the culture of corruption have not left the People's National Party, and that's the point I want to bring. And they possibly could have formed the next government. I don't think they will anymore. But when is it that the PNP going to move away from that? Like I said, I don't want to go back and forth. The Simpson Miller administration did try to put a lid, but there was corruption under her time as Prime Minister as well. And the thing is that it's a culture from the Manley days. It's involved. PJ Patterson before he was Prime Minister, and then when he took over from the health the deteriorating health Prime Minister Michael Mann when he stepped down because of health issues. Patricia became the Prime Minister. He went on to and won 3 straight elections after that. But there was scandals like crazy, and it cost Jamaica a lot of money. It cost Jamaica trillions of dollars over the years that could have really made some significant changes in Jamaica. I do not have the monetary value amount, you understand? But you could go back and do the research and see how significant it was. And those 18 to 38, as I've called on a while ago, I just want you to listen. You know, there was the farm work scandal, the furniture scandal, the zinc and lumber scandal, the motor vehicle importation scandal, the Holland land deal, the Rollins land deal, the shelf waiver scandal, the iron sugar deal scandal. Operation Pride had multiple scandals, 95, 97, and 2000. Those are the years those scandals came about. Probably there are more. Probably Operation Pride have more scandal under its belt. There's a Bank of Jamaica scandal. I don't remember what scandal that was. I don't know if it was a foreign exchange scandal. But speaking of Bank of Jamaica again, there was a fat pay scandal where the chairman, Latibody, was getting a runaway with a contract. The English sports scandal. Then there's a sand mining scandal. I mean, some of these are not necessarily monetary. Most of these are. But these are just some inappropriate action taken by that government at the time. Somebody was getting $100,000 a month to water lawn scandal. The National Water Commission scandal of 1994 to 95. Then you have prison escaping scandal. It's not monetary, but it's a criminal act against the country. The title scandal, Operation Pride. You see Operation Pride again of 2002. The sugar cane loan distribution scandal. The Jamaica Tourist Board oversee expenditure scandal. They were throwing out furniture and buying furniture for some crazy prices. I guess to redecorate that oversee office. I think that was under the good Prime Minister, Madam Portia Simpson Miller. Next serve scandal with Mr. Scandal himself, Philip Powell. Cement crisis, I think that was under Mr. Powell too. And it's still there in East Kingston and Port Royal. They have the White House overrun, the Solitaire scandal, the UDC scandal of 2006, the Trafigura CCOC, Colin Campbell candidate scandal, the Spalding Market Affairs, the Erie scandal, I guess that was with Philip Powell again, the phone bill scandal, the Outer Megan scandal, the Yasun Akbubar private jet. That's when they deported someone, extradite, I guess, or deport someone from Jamaica, and that was under Peter Bunting, that he had used a private jet. And that was not necessary at the time. They had found all kind of way to do things so they could get kickbacks. The JUTC major parts thievery. They were thieving the parts from the buses. I guess that was imported for the buses at the JUTC parking lot, wherever the buses, the depot. The Cuban light bulb scandal, Karen Spencer right there. The Air Jamaica London, I think it's a London Heathrow slot sale. That's Omar Davis sold that slot to whoever he sold it to. They were kicked back from that. Then there's a pension overpayment scandal. The HAJ, the Housing Authority of Jamaica, the unauthorized expenditures scandal. The prickly pole missing money. That was under our beauty queen politician Lisa Anna. The sugarcane self-loan scandal. I don't remember who loaned themselves scandal from I think it was some sugarcane banking system that they have for sugarcane workers. of 2015, and NHC loan to MP scandal, and that is it. My father had to sue some politician for money that he was working with to build his house or in Upper St. Andrew there. They allow books of homosexual material in boys' home. I'm not sure the Riverton fire. I remember that, but I'm not sure what exactly was that of. And then you have the Chick V, Zik V, the 19 dead babies that was under the health minister. What's his name again? The Agana Barrett, Mario Dean, Michael Gale, the British prison deal, and then the embarrassment explanation of then Finance Minister Peter Phillips with ATM tax. You wanted to tax ATM withdrawal, but that was strongly opposed against, and I think they withdrew that proposal to tax ATM withdrawal. And during that time, the Jamaican dollar devalued severely, and they were like closures of so many businesses. Goodyear Tire Company, West Indies Glass, Home Electric, Workers Bank, Raymond's Furniture, Charlie's Windsor's House, Thermoplastic, Barrett Batteries, Central National Bank, Crown Eagle Insurance, Crown Merchant Bank, Eco Trends, Times Store, Things Jamaica. I think Things Jamaica turned into a prison. And thousands of Jamaica lost their jobs, and thousands of entrepreneurs lost their business. And then I remember also we go further into the cookie jar scandal when you get donation, and they didn't know who the donation was from, and they don't know who took the donation. The donation money was missing. And then there was also the post office check bounce scandal with Ronnie Twaith, the former MP of said Central Kingston, that I think withdraw check and post office check, and the check was bounced. I'm not sure the detail of it, but it's somewhere around there. And then after all this scandal we have the hush money scandal of Central Kingston, where they're supposed to pay someone $15 million for the East Central Kingston seat, Lawrence Rowe. And then they're calling for election, and they know the wing was behind them, because they came out with this IC thing that they trump up together about the Prime Minister assets not being certified. And like I said, they barely swear off the Bible. The Bible barely went back on the desk. And they already started jumping to the money from these local government corporations and spending it as they see fit. So when you check all those scandals that happen under the various PNP administration, and then you come back to know the Central Kingston hush money, and data and camera that jumping around everywhere talking about the Integrity Commission, and is the voice there about all the money you spend. And yes, Mr. Vegas have to resign after I don't know where that came from. Mr. Vegas has to apologize, because let me tell you what the situation is. In the voice note, Data and Camera did not admit to distributing any funds. He just explained what happened to the funds. So if he's accused of handling funds or misuse of funds, he can seek legal action to clear his name. But the most important part, even if he didn't touch the money or handle the money, the most important part is that he knows what happened. He knows the funds were being used. And he knows what the funds were being used to. And he probably have part in it to instruct or to give guidance of how to, or what to do with those funds. From the Kingston and St. Andrew Corporation, and probably more corporation is involved until Lawrence Rowe started to reveal more stuff. So he knows what was going on. And after all this time, let me stop right there because I'm going to wrap it up now. Just remember to please like, share, and comment. Okay? Subscribe. Please subscribe. Yes, please subscribe. But back to what I'm saying, Mr. Campbell is well aware and was well involved of these funds and what happened to them. And what I'm more disappointed in is that since it came out, the mayor came out days after, probably a week after the incident, and he gave some nonsensical explanation of what funds were being used, that it was contribution or donation, and it was money from, from regular citizens. He gave that thing he gave that, Mayor Swaby gave that excuse. But what is more disappointing for me is that the opposition leader, who is possible, because you never know in election time, who is possible months away from being Prime Minister. And like I said, I doubted it. Not because I'm trying to be mean or whatever. I'm looking at the feel and based on checking into certain stuff. I think only will return as Prime Minister. But it's possible months away from being Prime Minister. And it's over a week. It's almost 2 weeks now. And the opposition leader has not commented on the matter. And the Kingston and St. Andrew Management Corporation situation. Or the hush money situation. And that, my friend, is worrisome and is an indication of what kind of leadership style we can expect for the nation if he was to win the upcoming general election. And that's not no leadership style. You have to come out and you have to be on top of the issue. And if there's action to be taken, you have to take action. And that in itself is frightening. It tells you who's probably the real leader of the People National Party. That Mark Golding is just a figurehead leader. That the real leader, as many believe to be, is Peter Bunting. And I know for me to believe that it's actually Gaten Campbell. So, in closing, the opposition leader must be decisive, must put down his foot and take the party by the horn and do something, take action. Unless they expect more from Lawrence Rowe, which will be damaging, and they're waiting for that to come out and let the chip fall with me. And we heard from multiple sources that there's more to come out from Lawrence Rowe. And even if there's nothing more to come out from Lawrence Rowe, they're probably familiar with based on what comes out from Lawrence Rowe already. They probably have an idea or go back in memory of things that was said and done, now realizing that it was being recorded. And they know these are some um, damaging things. And they're probably, again, they're probably in the back there working out to fix everything. Wish them luck. But that is it for now. Again, this is a raw truth, Jamaica Politics edition. And again, I'm asking you guys to like, share, and subscribe. Please subscribe. Thanks again.